They're the hooligans, rebels with a cause, defying the chains of tyrannical laws. They try to silence us, shut down our voice, but we rise like warriors, we ain't got no choice. From the streets to the shadows, where hunted we flee, building our fortress where the brave run free. Hooligans alley, our stronghold, our flame, a spark in the dark where we stake our claim. Hooligans stand tall where the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seeds. In the face of death, we'll never bow down. Hooligans alley, we hold our ground. Captain Jeff Mack with the hooligan brand, battle gear blazing, he's taking command. With a heart full of fire and a will made of steel, he leads us to battle, makes the tyrants kneel. They block every platform, they censor our cries, but we shout even louder, let truth pierce the skies. In the alley we gather, our spirits won't break, for the soul of the free, there's too much at stake. Hooligans stand tall where the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seeds. In the face of death, we'll never bow down. Hooligans alley, we hold our ground. Through the smoke and the fire, we carve our way. With the hooligan banner, we seize the day. They can chase us, erase us, but we'll never fall. Captain Jeff's got our backs, we'll answer the call. From the ashes we rise, with the ashes we declare. Every scar that we bear is a parole and a grin. Every style leading free till the fight we began. Our fortress, our freedom forever free.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. It's a very busy day today. We did 2 hours of gaming earlier because we got to get these 5 hours of premium live streaming in today. It has to be done today. So very busy. Like I said, 2 hours of gaming we did earlier. We're going to run Coffee with Hooligans. And then we're going to do another 3 hours of gaming. And then we will be doing the voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com. And like I said, full schedule today. Either way, we're going to read through and then we're hopping in the chat. We're going to be starting off with a video titled President Trump Talking to the Press is from earlier today. And it's actually pretty short. Then we got a video titled What to Know About Comey Indictment. This is just a follow-up with some more details about all of that. They're saying that this Comey thing is the Republicans making Comey a martyr. That's what they're out there saying. It's fucking crazy. Then we got a video titled New Study Reveals Yogurt May Have Helped World's Oldest Woman Live to 117 years old. I figured why not? Might as well cover some good news. Then we got a video titled Amazon Reaches $2.5 billion doll hair settlement with the FTC over deceptive Prime program. This is also a follow-up video because last we heard they were going to court. Apparently they only went through 3 days of court before they came up with this settlement. Then we got our mid-live break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Target and it's titled A Triply. Then getting back into the news, we got another follow-up video. It's titled ByteDance to get about 50% of TikTok U.S. profit under Trump deal. President Trump signed that EO yesterday, I think it was, or maybe it was the day before. I don't know. All the days are blending together. But either way, he had signed that. So now we got some more details on what's going on with TikTok, what the expectations are, things like that. Then we got a video titled Anti-ICE Protesters Again Clash with Agents Outside of Illinois ICE Facility. Apparently one of them was arrested and they had a firearm on him or something like that. I don't know. There's not a lot of them out there, but there is quite a few, but nobody's live streaming it. Then we got video, interesting video that we're just going to watch a portion of, but of course I'll have all the links in the description in the next 24 hours. So if you want to watch the whole 20 minutes or whatever of Jamie Ratsack skin, you're welcome to it. But this is titled Jamie Ratsack skin drops bomb on Trump with Epstein update. I feel like Trump needs to go after Ratsack skin and sue the shit out of him for slander, because he is saying, like, with conviction that Trump is implicated in the Epstein files and stuff. And so I don't know if this is them trying to force it out in the open or what. Sounds like defamation of character to me, but either way. Then we got a video titled Georgetown takes action after campus organization mocks Charlie Kirk's death. These people are some fucking extremists. They're calling themselves John Brown Club. They're a bunch of lefty extremists, and they're trying to recruit people using language that was used by the person that killed Charlie Kirk. So, I mean, they're extremists. There's no question about it. Then we got, for the last little bit of the news, U.S. Justice Department sues 6 more states, including Minnesota, in its quest for voter data. Apparently, the DOJ is requesting federal voting data, voter rolls from these 7 states, and the states are denying to give up that information, claiming that they're protecting our personal information. They're protecting our social security numbers, driver's license, full name, address, stuff like that. And that's why they don't want to provide election information that the DOJ is requesting, which sounds like a whole lot of bullshit to me. I don't know. I think they're hiding things. Either way, then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Granny's a Hooligan. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Warning Against Using Your Toaster in the Bathtub. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Simply Witchy? And what's up, Tin Man? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Dutton, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and thank you for racing into the chat, Dutton. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom. What's up, Joe? What's up, Plastic Quack? What's up, Maggie? Happy freedom. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom. Scrolling through. What's up, Sharon's here? Welcome back to the live. Happy freedom. What's up, Bright Gaming? Welcome back to you. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pain? Happy freedom. What's up, Kicks? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans, hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone, over on Twitch? What's up, Royal? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on the Comey platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. My whole chat just jumped. All right, getting back to it. What's up, Leon? I think it's Leon. You never corrected me. We'll go with Leon. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom. What's up, Willie? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Lauren coming back to see if you get banned this time. I like that. Good energy. What's up, Nope? Happy freedom. What's up, Mike Ingle? What's up, Agent O? What's up, Scott? What's up, Blizzard? Happy freedom. Blizzard, Rumble wants my phone number to be able to comment. Let's see. Weird. I don't think Rumble has my phone number. Maybe they've changed registration. I've had my account for a couple years now. Either way, happy freedom to all of you hooligans, and happy freedom everyone watching over on X. Unfortunately, we still don't have the chat over there, but it is what it is. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get started in things. But before we do, I want to tell you guys that my chicken tacos turned out fantastic. It was the best thing I have ever made, ever. Using a crock pot was the best decision I have ever made. Today, I'm going to try my first roast. I'm super excited about it, and I have to work all damn day, so I figured it would all work out that way. Either way, getting started here. This first video is titled President Trump Talking to the Press. Now, this isn't the whole time he was talking to the press, although I guess it wasn't very long. He had other stuff he had to do today. This is a quick little clip here. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans that we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now this design was, or this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
President Trump, are you worried now that the next time there's a Democratic president, they will indict your FBI director or people in your administration?
That's what they tried to do, right? They did it with me. For 4 years they went after me. They went after me for 4 years, and that doesn't include the 4 great years that we had in the White House. So when I ran it from, 2016 when we won, it began before I got to office. You know that. Wait a minute. Before I came to office, I started hearing rumors about Russia. I said, what the hell do I have to do with Russia? Nothing. And then it got worse and worse, and some of the fakers, not you, but some of the fake news picked it up and they loved it. And we went through a long time with that. And despite that, we had a great first term.
Because that's how it went, where they made you go and take a mugshot. Is this more about justice or is it about revenge?
It's about justice, really. It's not revenge. It's about justice. It's also about the fact that you can't let this go on. They are sick, radical left people, and they can't get away with it. And Comey was one of the people. He wasn't the biggest, but he's a dirty cop. He's always been a dirty cop. Everybody knew it. And it's, as far as the case is concerned, he gave an answer. It was just.
All right, like I said, short video there, which we are going to hop right into. The second video, like I was saying, has to talk about the indictment, all of that President Trump was talking about. It's titled What to Know About the Comey Indictment. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday, but we got some more details here. Because yesterday when we went live, they were just talking about the possibility of an indictment, and then while we were live, they announced that they were going to do the indictment, so now we're getting details on that. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
On Thursday evening, former FBI Director James Comey was indicted in the Eastern District of Virginia by a grand jury on 2 felony charges. They're both related to lying to Congress. This has to do with some testimony that he gave on Capitol Hill in September of 2020. Comey says that he is innocent. He says he looks forward to having a trial, but he does say his heart is broken for the Justice Department. Now, he will be arraigned on October 9th in an Alexandria courthouse. And President Trump, before he left for the Ryder Cup this Friday morning, he talked to reporters about this, and he said that he thinks that Comey did lie.
We'll see, but it's a pretty easy case because, look, he lied.
He also was asked about who else is on his list for potential retribution, and he said that it's not a list, but he does think that there will be others facing criminal charges. He insists, the president, that this is not about revenge, but instead that it is about justice. Now, bigger picture here, this makes Comey the first senior former official to be prosecuted for their involvement in the Russia investigation. And the president posted on Saturday directly to his attorney general, Pam Bondi. He said, quote, "What about Comey, Adam Shifty Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is being done. Justice must be served." And one more thing about this Eastern District of Virginia, where these charges were filed, that office is in turmoil. The top prosecutor there resigned last Friday, and in his stead, the president appointed his personal attorney, Lindsay Halligan, who had defended him in criminal cases. She has never previously served as a federal prosecutor.
Okay, get some updates there on the Comey situation. Next up, we have new study reveals yogurt may have helped world's oldest woman live to 117 years old. I figure why not have some good news? It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump speaking to the press before leaving to go and hear, I think Benjamin Netanyahu is in town or something like that. I don't know. He's going to hang out with somebody. And then the second video is what to know about Comey's indictment. The first video, they were showing President Trump mentioning that they've been going after him since before he was even in the Oval Office. Dems right now are trying to act like he is starting lawfare, and they keep warning that this is a slippery slope. Like I had mentioned before, we played the live there, or played the video with President Trump. The Democrats are out there saying that he's making Comey a martyr, which I think is a crazy thing to say because Comey's being indicted for lying to Congress. I don't know how that's Trump's fault, but supposedly it is. And like I said, they're trying to act like he's starting lawfare, and they're already saying, like, what are you going to do when you're out of office? And all the Republicans you put in the position they're in, they all start getting knocked down by lawfare. That's what Peter Doocy was asking about, but President Trump was responding, I think, unaware of what the press is saying today about him going after Comey. But he was saying, well, they've been going after me since before I was even in the Oval Office with the whole Russia shit. And so, directly stating, like, they started the shit. He didn't start it. Saying, let's see, that this isn't about revenge. This is about justice, which is what it's supposed to be about. And then again in the second video there, 2 felony charges for lying to Congress. He's going to be Comey's going to be arraigned October 9th. Mentions Trump posting on True Social tagging Pam Bondi, asking why there hasn't been accountability for Adam Schiff or Letitia James yet, which I think is interesting. Maybe it'll make her get off her ass. I highly doubt it, but either way, like I said, yogurt may help you live to be 117 years old. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all of that. What's up, Russell? Happy freedom to you. 10 man. I don't know much about the John Brown group stuff yet. Not a whole lot yet. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. It says, like, share, and repost. It matters. Send the Mac some cash when you can. Well, thank you, Ramsey. I really appreciate it. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. Klaus Daniels wandering by. What's up, Brew Joe? Happy freedom. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Roast takes a few hours. Yeah, it's been in there, I think, 2.5 hours already. I'm not expecting it to be done until 8, but I'm so excited about it. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. Beck Frank. I don't know. I haven't seen Get Some yet today. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. Crockpots are very bachelor friendly, I suppose. Not really a bachelor, but I am only with the 2 hands that God gave me. I don't know what Cat Daniels is doing. It's hot in here. I wonder if he's going to be on his tower or not. Done. I've seen a march that John Brown Club did. They effed up and shot one of their own. Interesting. Well, yeah. I don't know. They're not making a good reputation right now. I know that. Beck Frank, how were the chicken tacos? It was the best thing I've ever made ever. It was fantastic. I couldn't have done anything to make it any better. I was shocked. I was totally shocked. Meta Rumble has a new icon. Yeah, the Rumble CEO said right after Charlie Kirk died that they were going to change the Rumble logo to have bars and stars, or to have, the stars and stripes, to, it's like a memorial to Charlie Kirk. I'm sure they'll change it back eventually, but yeah, that's why they changed it. Killer J, tacos are good. They are fantastic. They're my favorite. Happy freedom to you, Killer J. What's up, Voodoo? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jones? Happy freedom. What's up, James? Happy freedom. Agent O, dirty cop. I know President Trump just out there slaying him. Voodoo, any protests spicy tonight? They haven't been live streaming the protests. They've been actually there really early, which is weird for protesters. Normally protesters don't start until afternoon. Sometimes not until like 3 o'clock. But these protesters are getting up at like the ass crack of dawn and then going to get hit with pepper balls and shit. And then it seems like they're done by 3 o'clock. So I don't know. Snugs, you are not a bachelor. Are you married? No, I'm not married. What's up, guys? I'm Happy Freedom. Jesus loves us. Beck Frank, you need to log into the website and sue Get Some for slander. He is slandering you here in the chat. You're just defenseless. 10-man damn, son. You're awfully feisty today. I know. I don't know what is going on. Holy. It's no good. It's no good. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, next up we got new study reveals yogurt may have helped the world's oldest woman live to 117. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. You yogurt lovers. That sounds real explicit. Come on, come on. Can't get the yogurt fast enough. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Comey tube. And let's get into this.
All right, a new scientific study out this week reveals some clues on how to live a longer life, and they may not be what you expect. It's all thanks to research carried out on a Spanish woman who lived to the age of, listen to this, 117 years old. What was her secret? Lee Canary has the story.
When Maria Brañas Morera died last year, she was the oldest known person in the world. But before she blew out the candles at 117, she asked doctors to study her.
At the end, she liked to be a little bit the center of attention.
Dr. Manel Esteyer analyzed Brañas' health and the food she swore by.
What's so special about yogurt?
There are many reasons why she lived that much and with good health. One possible component relates to diet, of course. She ate 3 per day, not one, it's a 3 per day. At the end, it reduced inflammation. And chronic inflammation is one of the main causes of aging and disease.
Brañas once said yogurt gives life, and hers was a long one. Born in 1907 in San Francisco, but in Spain since she was 8, surviving 2 world wars and 2 pandemics. She had 3 children and 13 great-grandchildren.
She was a non-smoker. She never drank alcohol. A diet that was enriched in fish and olive oil and yogurt, in this case.
After studying Maria, did you start eating more yogurt?
So it is true that in the last year, I got a little bit addicted to one of these yogurts, so it's something that I do.
Thanks to Maria Brañas Morera, the super centenarian, and her little pot of gold. For CBS Mornings Plus, I'm Lee Canary in London.
Okay. I don't know. I eat yogurt sometimes, but not 3 times a day. She's going ham. They're saying that she lived to be 117 years old. She was the oldest person in the world. She has to be studied before she died. They talk a lot about her diet, saying that yogurt is good for you. It's anti-inflammation food. She also ate a lot of fish and olive oil. Again, they mentioned that she was eating yogurt 3 times a day, which is quite a bit. She lived a fairly healthy life with no smoking or alcohol or anything like that. She wasn't, doing fentanyl and leaning on the street corners like Philadelphia. She was a respectable human being from what I can tell. Either way, next up, Amazon reaches $2.5 billion doll hair settlement with the FTC over deceptive Prime program. We covered this a couple days ago, and they wanted to hurry up and get through it, so they've come to an agreement. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Grandma living to 117 because of yogurt. I don't know what's crazier, that Tylenol causes autism or that yogurt will make you live to 117. It's a crazy week this week. Russell. Low fried fish. Oh, love fried fish, drinking and smoking. I know, Russell. You can either live long or you can live it up. That's what you got. Let's see. Beck Frank, I don't know what that means, but you little shit. It's funny because I read it in your voice, Beck Frank. That is so funny. Holy. Russell, not a fan of yogurt. I don't know. It's good for you, and I have a lot of stomach issues and stuff, so I'm supposed to eat yogurt, but I get worried about bad food, and yogurt always looks bad to me. So, I don't know. Simply Witchy, who in this world wants to live that long, not to mention afford to? I was kind of thinking that too. I was trying not to say it because I'm such a Debbie Downer, but yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't know if I want to live to be 117. I watched my grandpa get to 98 or something like that, and life was hard. Life was hard for him when he got that old. And I mean, he tried everything. He tried to exercise and eat right, and he did the whole time I knew him. I mean, he wasn't working out like Bobby Jr., you know, RFK Jr. He's like for real working out. My grandpa was like just trying to stay healthy, but when you get old, you get old. There's nothing you can do about it. Ain't enough push-ups or, you know, eating right that's going to make you any younger once you get to the 90s and shit. And so life was hard. And so at 117, it's like, what kind of quality of life do you have, you know? And I was thinking that too. Like, I mean, I want to be, the life I live, I want to be happy. When I can't be happy because I'm not physically able to anymore, I don't know what the point of life is after that. So, yeah. Hard stuff. Butterfly, if you can eat yogurt plain, full fat, it will help tooth enamel. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know, Butterfly. Kicks, bacon, beef jerky, and fried chicken. Fighting it out for that #1 spot. I agree, Kicks. I agree. What's up, Metamouth? Happy freedom. What's up, High Toe? Happy freedom to you. Could it be like the food pyramid? Trying to get people to eat more stuff they have a huge stock of? That's interesting. It could be like maybe they have an abundance of yogurt, so they're trying to convince people that yogurt's good for you, so people go and spend the money. I mean, that could be a thing. What's up, Moopty? Happy freedom. Moopty. That container said natural yogurt, not the sugar-filled crap Danon puts in the store. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was also wondering if maybe they gave her that yogurt. They were like, here, pose with the yogurt. We're going to write a story about you. She's like, that's not my yogurt. They're like, yeah, but do you want the story wrote or not? And she was like, okay, fuck it. You know. What's up, Soccer Sucks? Happy freedom. She didn't work and drank red wine all day. I mean, you know, I'd sign up for that if it makes you live forever. Butterfly, do you have a farmer's market near you? Local honey is also good. I do. I work the entire time that they're open, but I do have local honey. Russell, I'm going to become a prostitute at 90. I mean, that's going to be the exercise you're looking for. Getting it. Got to make those doll hairs somehow. Meta, are the lefties going to protest through the holidays? I'm sick of their shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they hate holidays. Most holidays are, you know, supposed to be aimed at Christianity one way or another. Like when you look at Easter or Christmas, you know, and then Thanksgiving is pretty political because of indigenous people is what they call them now. And all of that. And then, you know, the white people came here, Christopher Columbus and all of that. And so most holidays is either white people, political, or religious. And lefties hate all of that. So, yeah, every holiday they bitch. But the more they do it, the less people care. And the less people care, the less people even know that it's happening. What's up, Harold? Happy freedom. Let's see, Harold. At your age, and one can no longer do the things they love, old folks invest in those they love. That's true. That is true. Happy freedom to you, Harold. Let me see. What's up, Amy? Happy freedom to you. Living in assisted living places are expensive. Yeah. Well, and from what I understand, they're not that fun either. What's up, Glitch? Happy freedom. Good for gut health. Poop longevity equals a longer life. I suppose you're right. Harold, Tylenol for autism, yogurt for longevity. Got it. Yep. I mean, you know, we're learning things. We're learning things over here. Simply Witchy, good luck with that to Russell. Yeah. Good luck with your endeavors. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Russell's going to be 85. Like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know where you see me in 5 years. Mm-hmm. Moving forward here, like I said, Amazon reaches $2.5 billion settlement with the FTC over deceptive Prime program. Get this pulled up. This is a follow-up video. Did not take long for them to fork over those doll hairs. I mean, when you're just tricking people into signing up for Amazon Prime, you got the doll hairs to spend, you know? Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Comey tube, and let's get into this.
And we're following some breaking news. The FTC says Amazon has agreed to pay an historic multi-billion-dollar lawsuit for tricking people into signing up for Prime accounts and then making it hard to cancel. I want to bring in NBC business and data correspondent Brian Chung. This is a lot of money.
Yeah, this is a big deal, although, of course, Amazon is a huge company. But just to kind of unpack exactly what's going on here, the FTC saying that it has a settlement with Amazon regarding the way that they were having consumers sign up for their Amazon Prime service. The FTC, when they first sued Amazon, this was 2 years ago under the Biden administration, they were alleging that Amazon used deceptive methods to sign customers up for Prime subscriptions. Basically, if you weren't on Prime, you were trying to check something out, that it was easier to check out and sign up for Prime while doing so, as opposed to try to find the links that were buried in other parts of the website to check out without having to sign up for it. So they were saying that this cheated consumers out of it and that they didn't know even how to cancel once they were erroneously signed up for Prime services. This FTC settlement, in addition to the $1 billion of penalty, in addition to the $1.5 billion they're ordering them to refund to consumers, also says that Amazon needs to reform the way that they allow people to check out to make it a little bit more clear when you are or not signing.
Really quick, most important, if I'm one of those people, do I get a chunk of that $2.5 billion?
Well, first off, there's a few things. Amazon, A, has not commented on this. B, this is a settlement that would need to be approved by a judge. So before we get to the point of whether or not consumers can get a refund, we'll have to see whether or not a judge confirms this. But again, the story here is that, in theory, consumers would be entitled to $1.5 billion in restitution if a judge approves this.
Brian Chung, always good to see you. Thank you.
All right. Quick update there. Now, I already know I'm not going to be a part of the settlement or anything because I've never signed up for Prime. I did, but it was like for 40 minutes. I don't even think that counts. But either way, they're saying that Amazon settled for $2.5 billion doll hairs for deceiving customers to signing up and then making it difficult for them to cancel their subscription. Consumers may be able to get some of the restitution if a judge signs off on it, but we won't know until then. So we will see. And let me just hit all the wrong buttons here. Either way, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Target and it's titled A Triple E. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these slimy Amazon people. Russell, I've never been a Prime member. Yeah, I've never been in a position to benefit from it. So it's never been me. You guys all talking about honey and yogurt? It could be worse. It could be a lot worse, honestly. Tony Rez, probiotics for the win. That's right. Soccer sucks. If yogurt is in Miller Lite, then I'm set. Yeah, soccer sucks. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not a gynecologist. I just play one on TV, but pretty sure that all works out. What's up? I like salt. Happy freedom to you. Prime love all the way around. I mean, I guess. It's a 1-2. Happy freedom to you. I'll take my payment in Amazon bucks. Is that a thing? Is there like Amazon credit? Don't give them any ideas. They're crooked over there. Crooked Amazon people. Guess roses are red. Beck Frank is an Aussie. She may look like an angel, but she can always be bossy. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Guess I'm doing the thing. What is that, Tin Man? What is this? What are we doing here? See, we got fun stuff over on the website. You guys are missing out. Need to go get yourself a membership. Either way, let's move forward. Let's get into our midlife break here, because it's always a good time for some funny videos. Now, this is actually 3 funny videos. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you are unable to see that big red subscribe button, so You have to open your browser, log into rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Plus, if we're going to stay as a premium creator over on Rumble, you would also have access to the gaming lives that we do for the premium content. If you want to come hang out with us, I appreciate all 6 people that came to hang out with me while playing the game earlier today. Anyways, let's get into our midlife break. Like I said, this was provided by Target, and it's titled A Triply.
Sir, have you been drinking?
3 whiskeys and 2 beers.
That's no reason to let your wife drive.
These sleeping pills are amazing. I've never been so relaxed in my life.
Just make sure you're not taking more than 1 a day.
Oh, I don't take them. I give them to my wife. Honey, if I don't make it through the night, do me a favor. Marry James.
Marry James? But don't you hate James?
Exactly. I want him to suffer too.
Holy. All right, hooligans, getting back into the news here. This next video is ByteDance to get about 50% of TikTok U.S. profit under Trump's new deal. We know that President Trump signed the executive order. It has to deal with TikTok and all of that. I went and got some details. Now, this individual here, that you guys are completely not going to make fun of this entire video. He's going to give us a breakdown on what to expect from this EO and this deal between Oracle and ByteDance. ByteDance is going to keep 50% of TikTok. ByteDance is owned by China, and then Oracle obviously is the US. So they're going to give us some details, but I went and did a little research, and I got a link, and I'm going to go through and read these paragraphs and stuff to update you guys a little bit on who Oracle is, because not everybody knows who that is. I've been learning. I've heard of Oracle, but not really sure what it was. They have a lot of deals with the government, and not just the government, but the CIA. And so we're going to read all about that after watching the video. Make sure you hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Comey Tube, and let's get into this.
That profitability option is tied to the fact that, ByteDance still has to run the operation. So what they have done is created 2 separate entities. One entity will house the data. It will control the content and the algorithm. So they are going to recreate the algorithm. And that other entity that ByteDance is responsible for will actually run the day-to-day operations. And, it will be responsible for showing the ads, any e-commerce that flows through TikTok. And so from that perspective, it makes sense that they will keep half of the profits, because guess what? A company like Oracle, yes, it can run the infrastructure, the app, but it doesn't have the expertise to, run the ad operations or do e-commerce. At the end of the day, it's more infrastructure than applications. And so from that perspective, it makes sense that, ByteDance is involved in running the operations.
And we've also learned today that ByteDance is expected to get about 50% of TikTok US's profit under this potential Trump deal. What do you make of that? This, again, is according to Bloomberg reporting. It has not been confirmed, and we all are waiting for things to be made official. Does that sound like a reasonable split?
I mean, think of it this way. Oracle was getting paid, let's say, TikTok US was generating about $10 billion in revenue. Oracle was getting paid $2 billion just for hosting the app and, storing the data. So it was a revenue generator, the TikTok contract for Oracle. Now that Oracle owns TikTok US, that revenue gets converted into a cost. So, and it could be at least $1 billion in cost. So from that perspective, the fact that Oracle went from $2 billion in revenue from TikTok to, having $1 billion extra in cost, it makes sense that they should get some sort of a deal when it comes to buying the asset. And so that's why that low price tag of $14 billion that everyone is surprised about, there's a reason for that. Because, if Oracle has to own this thing, they need to have some sort of incentive, because it's a $3 billion delta to their gross profit.
All right. So just to be clear here, what will these new investors, what will they be buying? And is what they're buying, is that $14 billion seem reasonable to you?
Yes. So my other minority investors, whether it's Silver Lake, and we still don't know all the minority investors who are involved here, but clearly, I imagine they're not responsible for the day-to-day operations. And if TikTok US was generating about $10 billion plus in ad and e-commerce revenue, that's why they want ByteDance to continue owning those operations, running those operations, because they don't want that 10 billion to go to, 5 billion over the next 6 months. And so that's why they are getting that 45 or 50% of profitability for TikTok US, even though they'll become a 20% owner of the TikTok US asset after the split.
All right.
All right. You guys were very good about that guy. Either way. I want to give a huge shout out to Ja. Thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're a badass, Ja. Thank you so much, and happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Gesum, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Gesum. Thank you so much. Says towards condoms for Australia so they will stop breeding. My goodness. Holy, thank you, Gesum. Appreciate you. All right, hooligans, like I said, we're going to be doing a little research here because not everybody knows about Oracle and all of that. But either way, they were saying in the video that 50% of TikTok's profit will go to Oracle, which is the US, and the other 50% will stay with ByteDance, which is China. TikTok is valued at $14 billion for some reason. Oracle will house the data, control the content, and control the algorithm. ByteDance will control the day-to-day operations. They'll control ads in the TikTok shop. And then, like I said, we got these details here. I'm going to read a couple of these paragraphs. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will provide the link in the description of the video sometime in the next 24 hours. I do that on all the lives, so if you go back to yesterday's live, you'll see every video that we covered in the description over on Rumble. This will be there as well if you want to read all this information. But just really quick, if you don't know who Oracle is here in the US, Oracle has a long-standing relationship with the US government dating back to its founding when the Central Intelligence Agency became its first customer through a project codenamed Oracle, which inspired the company's name. The company was founded in 1977 by Larry Ellison, Robert Miner, and Ed Oates, who had previously worked on the CIA database project while at a consulting firm. Today, Oracle serves over 1,000 public sectors organizations, including 100% of federal cabinet agencies, providing advanced database, cloud, and artificial intelligence technologies. The company emphasizes its role in managing mission-critical data for government operations and highlights its secure, high-performance cloud infrastructure designed for federal needs. Let's see, it goes on to say Oracle also supports the U.S. courts, having been selected as one of 4 cloud service providers under a 10-year, $100 million blanket purchase agreement to modernize the federal judiciary's, I made it, IT system using OCI Government Cloud and Oracle Cloud VMware solution. Its cloud services are authorized for use at high security levels, including FedRAMP High, DISA IL5, and top secret environments. Additionally, Oracle has been involved in national security discussions, such as proposing software solutions for a national ID system post 9/11 day, and more recently be named as part of the consortium of American investors set to control TikTok's U.S. operations. So, China might have had our data, but now the CIA has it, which makes you feel more uncomfortable, because I was telling you guys, it's not about fucking China. It is about control. They want to be able to control things, and they can't control what happens on TikTok if it's owned completely by ByteDance. So now the CIA has control of it, and we're going to see how that goes. So anyways, I wanted to make sure that you guys got to learn a little bit about Oracle. I'm sure some of you know much more about it than I do, but I just went and did a little deep dive there. Either way, next up we got anti-ICE protesters again clash with agents outside Illinois ICE facility. It's a pretty quick video. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about ByteDance and Oracle splitting TikTok, as well as Oracle being very heavily tied to the government. Let's see. Russell, Oracle's not going to be hurt over this deal. Well, no, they're benefiting. They're getting 50% of the profits from TikTok at this point. Well, they will, you know, whenever they get the deal done. Russell, Larry Ellison owns 96% of the Hawaiian island. I don't know how to say that. Lanai. I know there's no way it's Lanai, but interesting. I did not know that, Russell. Butterfly, Jeff was in my brain. I mean, I wasn't trying. Sorry to intrude, Butterfly. My bad. What's up, Weevo? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. Grinches bro, happy freedom. My dad is boring. That's how I feel too, Grinches bro. My dad is a bunch of researching what they're doing. Like, that's it. So, you know. Butterfly, CIA. Yes, trust TikTok so we can view your cat videos and makeup tutorials. Yeah, exactly. Metamouth, other than Chinese company, what is ByteDance? I don't know, but we're going to look it up really quick. Real quick, because why not? ByteDance is a Chinese multinational internet technology company headquartered in Hayden, Beijing, and incorporated in the Cayman Islands as a variable interest entity, a VIE, founded in March 2012 by some people who are named some names that I can't read out loud, and a team of other people. The company is best known for developing the video sharing app TikTok, which is known as Douyin in China. It's also created news aggregation platform Taotio and video editing app CapCut. Well, I didn't know they own CapCut. That's interesting. And other products like Lemon 8, which is some spin-off of TikTok that they were promoting. I haven't seen that in a while. PICO, I don't know if it's Pico or Pico or something. And We, which is WHEE. ByteDance has rapidly expanded globally, launching TikTok internationally in 2017 after acquiring Musical.ly, which was merged to TikTok 2018. That's how they got their licensing for fucking music right there. The company has attracted significant regulatory and media attention in various countries over concerns regarding data privacy, surveillance, and censorship. Despite these challenges, ByteDance has grown into one of the world's most valuable tech companies with an estimated value of $300 billion as of November last year. Interesting. Very interesting. Guess some Oracle will need to revamp terms of service with TikTok due to regulations in US. Yeah. And I'm sure they will. I bet the government's giddy over this. Ja, you went out shooting today? That's badass. There's nothing like it. Glad you're having a good day, Ja. Back, Frank, you gonna call me a bastard right in front of everybody? That's terrible. That's terrible. Hi-To, CIA has always had our data, especially since the Patriot Act. Yeah. Yep. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom to you. Metamouth, do the names sound like porn star names? No, they don't. They're very Asian. They're just very Asian names. If they were Korean, I could have gave it a shot, but it's not Korean, so couldn't figure it out. What's up, Murdercom? Happy freedom. You're sick right now, Murdercom? I hope you start feeling better soon. No time to be sick. What's up, Tony Ridge? Happy freedom. What's up, Too Real? Happy freedom to you. Cheek Chops, I go to a private outdoor gym range with actual moving steel targets. That's badass, Cheeky Chops. I've never been to anything like that. Most of the time I just go shooting at my buddy's house. They got enough property, but there is a range down the road from here. It's just ran by old people. You got to catch them while they're there. They don't know how to run a website and a bunch of other stuff. I'd like to help them out, but I don't even have time. I love going to the range, though. Then Walker controlling power so they can keep ripping us off. That's what they do. What's up, Visions? Happy Freedom? Not on TikTok? Well, you're not really missing much. I know, Russell called me a bastard right in front of everybody. Ja, it's an outdoor range by me. I don't feel comfortable in the indoor ranges anymore. I've never been to an indoor range. That stuff makes me feel uncomfortable. Just the thought of being that close to people, like stuck in a small environment and stuff. It's kind of sketchy at outdoor ranges sometimes, but yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time though, Ja. Ain't nothing like shooting. Oh, I see what you're saying, Beck Frank. Butterfly, you look better. Medicine helping? I think it's helping. My leg doesn't hurt as much. It hasn't done anything in the last 24 hours, but it don't hurt. So, I mean, at least there's that. Either way, moving forward here. Hold on. Holy. Anyways, like I said, anti-ICE protesters again clash with agents outside of Illinois ICE facility. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Now, these people haven't been going live. They just sit out there on their ass and do a bunch of nothing, but that's okay. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Comey tube, and let's get into this.
Marty, I'm going to try my best to speak through this mask. So the last time I saw you earlier this hour, I was on the other side of the ICE detention facility. This time, we're at a larger spot where more protesters have gathered. It's essentially a face-off, a standoff between this line of protesters. As you can see, many of them also wearing gas masks and other personal protective equipment, versus the ICE agents that are on the other side of the fence. So if we could zoom in, you'll be able to see the federal agents, many of them also wearing masks, wearing combat gear. These are the ones that are actually firing the tear gas and the pepper bullets and the other less lethal measures. Sometimes they're firing it from that fence over there. Other times they're firing it from a much closer distance from this fence right over here. And if you even look beyond and up above that fence, you'll see another agent standing on the rooftop of the ICE detention facility. That is the building in question where immigrants that are arrested are processed before being deported. These are just innocent cars coming through too. These are people that just work in this general facility. Watch this, you'll see the crowds part. The protesters here have no problem with these people. Look, they just let them go right on through. But if this was, say, a law enforcement vehicle or maybe an ICE vehicle, I don't think you would expect to see depart in the same exact way. But again, a standoff right now between these protesters and the ICE agents. We have seen tear gas deployed. That's why you're seeing so many of these protesters wearing their masks right now.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app.
Okay, so like I was saying, there is quite a few of them out there, but they're not live streaming any of this stuff. And it seems like they're just showing up early in the morning, getting hit with the pepper balls, and then going home. It doesn't seem like this is the morning shift. This is not the third shifters there. That's when things get active, is when you see third shifters there. When it's dark out and people are showing up, that's when things get spicy. Until then, this is just a bunch of nonsense. People are mad that ICE agents are currently employed. Pepper balls and CS gas have been deployed in the area. Protesters are actually letting cars through their protest line, which is sort of unusual. Normally, they don't give a shit who you are. If you're not with them, you are against them. And so normally they don't let anybody break through their protest line. But maybe these guys are new, I don't know. And then on another video I'd seen earlier today that had guns in it, so I couldn't put it on the live. But ICE agents had rushed one of the protesters. I don't know what was going on. They were doing something suspicious. ICE went to swarm them, and they were shooting everybody else with pepper balls. And when they arrested the guy, they found out he had a firearm on him. Now, I don't know if he tried to pull the firearm on the agents or anything like that. The caption just said that he was arrested and was in possession of a firearm. And so maybe we'll have more on that tomorrow. But otherwise, it hasn't gotten very spicy, which is why we haven't been covering any lives on it, because they just ain't been going live. Either way, next up we got a short video. Well, we're going to watch a portion of the video. The video itself is kind of long. And like I had said earlier when reading the schedule, if you guys want to watch the entire 20 minutes or whatever of Jamie Ratsack skin, you're welcome to it. In the next 24 hours, it'll be in the video description. But either way, it's titled Jamie Ratsack Skin Drops Bomb on Trump with Epstein Update. Now, I think President Trump should absolutely go after him for defamation lawsuits after we play this video, because he is saying that Trump is like in the files. He is saying directly that he is implicated with Epstein and all this. I mean, he's not saying maybe, he's not saying could be, it's not may, could, might. He's saying he is. And so that sounds like defamation to me. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these smelly protesters. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. Glad you made it home, Zero. Guess thanks for getting bit by a spider. It created content pretty smart. Yeah, I guess that's not what I was thinking when I got bit, but I guess. Do a shark next. We don't have sharks. I mean, I guess we do have sharks in Lake Michigan. I don't know if they'll bite me, though. And I'm not willing to feed them a worm to find out. Butterfly. Do you like a goof? What is it? A Goofy-thon movie? Is that what it is? There's a movie with Danny Trejo called Machete Kills. Mel Gibson is a villain. Movie has boob guns. Very funny. I will look it up. Butterfly. I've never heard of that, but I will check it out after the live. Thank you for the suggestion. Maybe I'll throw it on the wish list. Picture Dad. Happy freedom to you. I wish so. Let's see. I wish they lived closer. I'd love to go heckle those idiots. I wonder if they even know why they're out there. Many times these protesters have no idea why they're out there. Someone handed them a sign and told them to show up. Grisbro, crazy how what we used to call riots are now called protests. Yeah. Well, it's because everyone's being desensitized from it. Patriot Dad, the government facility I work at is very unsecure. It's not cool. Yeah. Butterfly, Trump is the only one who testified against Epstein. Where was Ratsack Skin? He was on the island. What are you talking about? I don't know, but Ratsack Skin here, it sounds like straight slander to me. So I don't know. And President Trump, he's not shy about defamation lawsuits. So it'll be interesting. Hooligans Island, jump live in the lake and get a piranha bite. I don't think we got piranhas. I don't want to find that out either. Nope. What's up, Beefo? Happy freedom. Cheeky Chops, open carry is now legal in Florida. Went on a 5-mile main road walk the other day. That's badass, Cheeky Chops. Cheeky Chops, my range isn't public. You need a background check and annual fee to join so everyone's more safe. That's awesome, Cheeky Chops. Yeah. Guns are cool, but people gotta be smart about it. Otherwise, everybody's in danger. Alright, hooligans, we're gonna move forward here. Like I said, Jamie Ratsack Skin here talking shit about President Trump. Like Trump's not gonna walk up and grab him by the kitty. I don't know what he's thinking. He's gonna knock the rest of his hair out. Either way, we're just gonna play a portion of this. We're not gonna play the whole thing. It is almost 15 minutes long of boo-hooing and Democrat nonsense and feelings and stuff like that. And it's the Ratsack Skin. He's the Radican up here. Now, like I said, we're gonna play 2 minutes of this, not even a whole 2 minutes of Ratsack Skin here totally slandering President Trump. Now, the Democrats are saying that this is a bomb drop of information. This is a mic drop moment for Ratsack Skin or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm not impressed with it. I want to see the lawsuit. That's what I want to see. But either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Support in the country among Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everybody to release the Epstein files. And this was one little parcel of corruption that we thought Trump and the Republicans would side with us on in terms of exposing the corruption to the world and having some transparency. But of course, after Trump had 1,000 FBI agents working round the clock to go through all the files and the videos and the pictures, and they came back with apparently lots of appearances of Donald Trump, then they decided to sweep the whole thing under the rug. So we believe that if we can maintain the discharge rules the way that they are, we're going to be all right in terms of forcing the bill onto the floor and getting a vote where it will pass overwhelmingly, and then it will go to the Senate. But the Republicans are talking about changing the rules.
And so what would that look like if they did try and change the rules?
They could try to increase the number of signatures you need to go from a majority to some kind of supermajority. They might bury it in further procedural complexity and convolutions. Who knows what they might do? We've seen them do this kind of thing before. And we just have to make clear to the public what's going on. This is a cover-up. This is a complete cover-up when Kash Patel and Pam Bondi and Donald Trump were campaigning on release of the Epstein files and revving up the mega base on this. They were saying that they would, blow the cover on this international child sex trafficking ring. And now that it's clear that Donald Trump is, if not directly implicated, in at least somebody who knew about a lot that was going on, they just want to sweep the whole thing under the rug.
When you talk to your Republican...
Okay, so like I said, Raskin just saying random shit, just making stuff up as he goes. It's quite the story he's spinning there. But the way he's talking about President Trump, he's in the public and he's on a podcast, and he is making crazy claims that if he doesn't have evidence that that stuff is true, that is just explicitly slander. It is defamation of character. And so it'll be interesting to see what President Trump thinks about this, because I'm sure he'll hear about it at some point. But either way, it is Raskin talking about voting to expose the Epstein files, claims that the files revealed a lot of appearances by Trump, which that's slander. And then claims that once that information was found out, they decided to sweep it under the rug. He goes on to claim that this is a cover-up by Trump, that he's covering up all of this stuff. Not just President Trump, but including Pam Bondi as well as Kash Patel. Then he claims that Trump is implicated either directly or otherwise, which is more slander. Saying that he's, directly implicated without any proof or whatever. It's no different than saying, I know he was on the island, right? He's making those kind of claims. He is not able to do that without any real evidence proving otherwise, because it's slander. So it'll be interesting to see if President Trump goes after Raskin for defamation of character, because I think he's got himself a case here. Either way, next up we got Georgetown takes action after campus organization mocks Charlie Kirk's death. This is some lefty extremists on here. They're trying to recruit some more extremists from Georgetown University, putting out flyers saying phrases that were used by the person that killed Charlie Kirk. So like I'm saying, these are just straight extremists. They're trying to recruit college students at Georgetown University. It's no good. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Raskin out here talking shit. Zero. Ratman just making shit up. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Kicks. To be honest, I think it's Trump's biggest troll. Makes them want it all released, and they release it themselves. Yeah, and I mean, it would be fine with me if they'd release the stuff. I don't care. And maybe that's what this is about. It seems like both sides are pushing each other to release it. Like, that's what it seems like. It's a lot of back and forth where everybody wants to release it, but then nobody's releasing it at the same time. So we'll see. Beck Frank, I think we'll just never know. That's how I feel too. There's even like Trump supporters out there that are like, oh, we're still talking about Epstein, because that's what Trump started saying, and those people are the right's version of brain dead people. So they're just like, Trump said, Trump said, I can't think for myself. Trump said. Those are the people who are drinking Bud Light again. Those are the people who are dismissing the Epstein stuff. Trump told them to, so they did. And I mean, I like Trump and I voted for him and shit, but if he told me dog shit, you're not going to see me out in the yard, That's just, I'm not built like that. So I don't know, but it is annoying to see both sides, where you got lefties claiming that Trump was on the island when before Trump even brought that up, they didn't give a shit about Epstein or anything to do with the island. So I think that's interesting. And like I said, the Republicans, the hardcore Trumpers are saying that they don't want to know what's in the Epstein files because Trump told them they don't want to know. And so, like, it's a lot of, I don't know, bullshit. Really, it's just bullshit. And so we'll see if they actually release something or not. They've already said months ago they do not have any information that would cause a third party to be arrested. So that means that nobody's going to jail. So if nobody's going to jail, what does it really matter? It doesn't. So either way. Zero, we will see the files eventually, the real files. Yeah, and I don't know. I just wish that people would be held accountable, you know, and that's what they kind of changed the story to as well. They're like, well, everybody wants the files, but there isn't any files, and we don't have a way to arrest anybody because we don't have incriminating evidence, so there's no arrests either. And everyone, and you know, then people keep pressure on it, and Trump keeps saying, okay, but the files aren't real, the files are a hoax and all this stuff. And so I don't know, if nobody's going to jail, what does it matter, you know? So we'll see how it goes. Kicks released the videos, censored of course, from the girls involved. See, and the way they talk about the videos is the videos are just the victims themselves. That's how they've been describing it, saying that there is no third party in the videos. Like, they talk about it like even Epstein's not in the videos. It's just the victims being recorded. Butterfly on Discord. Under news, I posted an article about found Soros toes to terrorist tied to terrorist organizations. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, Butterfly. I'll check it out. Kicks, the girls already said that they'll release their own list. Yeah, and Marjorie Taylor Greene and somebody else is supposed to read it on the floor, but that's not going to do anything either. That's going to be the end of the story. That'll probably be the last time we ever hear about it, is when they go out there to read the list that was generated by the victims, because Marjorie Taylor Greene and whoever the other guy is, Massey maybe, they have immunity on the House floor. So they're going to go to the House floor, they're going to read the generated names of perpetrators that the victims, you know, come up with, but that's it. And Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're going to get their brownie points. They're going to look like some badasses reading that, you know, that list of names out on the House floor. But it isn't going to do anything. They're not going to arrest anybody. And it's just going to cause controversy on the internet, a bunch of he said, she said bullshit, and then we're never going to hear about it again. And that's where we're at. What's up, Kane? Happy freedom. Patriot Dad, if Trump was guilty of anything, the last administration absolutely would have used it against him. Prove me wrong. Yeah, Patriot Dad. Yeah, and they definitely would have. I mean, they were trying to send him to jail for shit that was beyond statute of limitations, using laws in ways that they've never been used before just to try and get him to go to jail. I'm sure if he was implicated, like Raskin says, then they would have thrown that out there. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom. Keep those Soros toes away from me. Yeah, Turbo, I know. I know. Butterfly, very impressed. Jeff is fluent in Taiwanese. I am. I've been doing this for a little while here. What's up, Boom? Happy freedom to you. Backframe, I have Limp Bizkit stuck in my head. Don't do that. You're gonna make it stuck in my head. Metamouth, you speak fluent Taiwanese. I mean, I try. I practice. You know. Meta, can someone tell me how to stop the keyboard from changing my words? It's ticking me off. Not really, because every phone is a little different depending on what kind of keyboard you have. And then every platform reacts different to it too. It is frustrating, I know that. What's up, TBD? Happy freedom. What's up, Light Rain? Happy freedom to you. Why would they have videos of just the girls for advertising? No, how can I say this while YouTube and Twitch is watching? You ever seen Butterfly Effect? There's like a moment in that movie where they're like in the basement and like the uncle's telling them to take their clothes off while standing behind a camera. I assume it's situations like that, but I don't know. I try not to think about it too hard because no one's going to go to jail for it. So I really try not to think about it. The hell was that side? Do you guys hear that? They need to brush up on their band practice there. What's up, Sterling? Happy Freedom. What's up, Teasel? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Salty Alien? Happy Freedom. Let's see, Salty Alien. Antifa member Casey Robert Goonan just got sentenced for 20 years for the UC Berkeley car bomb. Interesting. Some real accountability. Thank you for letting me know, Salty Alien. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy Freedom. What's up, Pamela? Happy Freedom to you. Yeah, Pamela, that's a good question. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy Freedom. That roast is smelling so good. Picture Dad Butterfly Effect was a great movie. Did you see the alternate ending? I didn't even know that was a thing until like a decade later. I haven't seen it yet. I think he smokes himself as a baby or some shit. I don't know. That movie is crazy though. Why are you guys all putting pumpkins in the chat? What is that about? Am I missing something? What did you talk to Rumble about, Zero, that they're giving you trouble with? Craig Kiss. Yeah, I'm making my first roast today. I told the people at the grocery store that. They didn't know what to think. They probably thought I was just some fucking idiot. It was just like you guys think. Like, what do you mean you've never made a roast? Yeah, I've never done things. It's what happens, you know. Just nobody raises you. You just kind of figure shit out. Either way, I'm pretty excited about it. Chicken tacos was so good yesterday. If all else fails, at least I know I can do that. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, this video is probably going to piss some people off because these aren't regular lefties. These are extremists. And they're out here recruiting these college kids. It's titled Georgetown Takes Action After Campus Organization Mocks Charlie Kirk's Death. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you hooligans really quick that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry is in need of a kidney transplant. And he has been in and out of the hospital recently. He just got out of surgery yesterday, I think it was, or maybe the day before yesterday. But either way, I put together a page for him over on the website. It has his links, details, and his whole story. So if there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Like I said, this video here has got some leftist extremists that put out some recruiting flyers celebrating not just Charlie Kirk's death. They're directly saying the death of Nazis will be celebrated, stuff like that. That's how extremists talk. And so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that kind of shit. So either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Meanwhile, another left-wing group doubling down on hate in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Posters advertising Georgetown University's John Brown Gun Club have appeared on campus, and they read, quote, "Hey fascist, catch." That's a reference to the message that was written on the shell casing used by the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk. The poster told people to join the, quote, "only political group that celebrates when Nazis die." Unbelievable. Students were horrified, with some saying they feared for their safety.
So obviously I read this immediately as a threat, not only for me, but for everyone on this campus, every conservative, everyone who just does not subscribe to the prevailing leftist orthodoxy. This is a direct threat against them. It means that there are students at this campus who would want to see conservatives dead rather than engaging with their ideas, rather than facilitating a political discourse.
And Education Secretary Linda McMahon was outraged, saying that allowing violent rhetoric to fester on our nation's campuses without consequences is dangerous. It must be condemned. Georgetown releasing a statement this morning which reads, Georgetown University has no tolerance for calls for violence or threats to the university. The flyers have been removed, and the university is investigating this incident and working to ensure the safety of our community. Paul, I want to start with the breaking news.
Okay, so obviously they go on to talk about that news there. Real quick video. But either way, these are some hateful people here. They're saying left-wing group with flyers calling themselves John Brown Club. The flyers saying, "Hey, fascist, catch," which was wrote on one of the rounds from the person that killed Charlie Kirk. Students felt like this was a threat and they feared for their safety. Georgetown University removed the flyers, saying that they're investigating the situation. I don't know. There is free speech, and they didn't directly say they were going to do anything. It wasn't exactly a call to action. But when they use phrases like, the only group to celebrate when Nazis die, no Nazis were killed, they're referring to a person that went out for peaceful debate, right? That person being killed in front of everybody, that was a Nazi dying to these people. They're so far off their fucking rocker. And my favorite thing is when people refer to him as a Nazi, it's, well, what'd he do? And they can't tell you anything. It's only words. Like, he's a piss poor Nazi if he didn't hurt anybody, right? That's what I always think about when people are talking about the Klan or like white supremacists. Well, who did he hurt? Well, nobody. Well, then you're a piss poor white supremacist if you never hurt anybody, because you're a hate group affiliate. You should be displaying hate. And you don't. If you're not hurting anybody, you ain't hating anybody. So, like, I don't know. These people are so fucking brain dead. And like I said, they want to recruit more extremists, which is super crazy. Either way, I would think that this would create an unsafe school environment just as much as if they did this at work. This would be an unsafe work environment. And there's lots of policies against that all over the place. They got to do it for insurance reasons as well as moral reasons, if you can come across that. So I assume they'll have to crack down on this one way or another. Otherwise, they could start lawsuits over this because they're not providing a safe learning environment, which is necessary. So hopefully they actually crack down on these assholes. God only knows. Hopefully we'll get a follow-up. Either way, next up we got the last little bit of the news. Before we get into the fun stuff, it is the U.S. Justice Department sues 6 more states, including Minnesota, in its quest for voter data. Now, this is a interesting little propaganda piece here because the DOJ is requesting federal election information. They want the voter rolls for federal elections. The states are saying that they are not willing to give that information to the federal government because they want to protect our personal information. They don't want the feds to get our full name, our address, our driver's license number, or any of that stuff. Just cause. And so that's their justification for refusing to abide by the request by the Department of Justice. So now lawsuits are starting. I just kind of think with my silly little hooligan brain that these people know they run crooked ass elections and they're making up excuses to not provide this evidence to the DOJ, and their excuse is that they're going to protect little me and you. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Oh, the Fed boys don't already have our full name and address and driver's license now? Oh, okay. Like, shit doesn't make any sense. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this hate group out there at Georgetown University. Turbo, I can't wait for someone to try and call me a Nazi. Punch them square in the face before they finish their sentence. Yeah. People are dumbasses. If they saw real Nazis, I don't know that they would know what to call them. Russell, that group needs to be labeled as a hate group or a terrorist, or terrorists. We'll see what they do. I've never heard of them before. Let me see if I can find it again. The John Brown Club. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. Zero, I don't know what to say. I haven't changed anything. I don't know. And the last time you said it, you reset everything and then it worked. Just, I don't know. Torres, when your definition of fascist is anyone who disagrees with you, then you are the fascist. Yeah, Tony Rez, exactly. You are right. Bill Clay, happy freedom to you. Charlie wanted to talk to those who disagreed with him. Yeah, he like looked forward to it. MU roast is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for it. Butterfly, the flyers stink of Soros family backing. Yeah. What a waste of money putting flyers like that together. Beck Frank, I get that. I had a single mom who never taught me to cook much, so I only made my first roast last year. Well, I hope it turned out fantastic, Beck Frank. Cricket Kiss. Well, all right then. We are expecting some next time. I know, Cricket Kiss. I will have to share some roast next time. Picture Dead, you have the alternate ending for Butterfly Effect? That's cool. I haven't seen it yet. Kane. John Brown was a guy that killed people in Kansas. Bloody Kansas. Thank you for letting me know, Kane. I'm going to look it up after the live here. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom to you. Kung Fu, the AI. It's the AI mod over on Kick. I wish I could turn it off, but I can't. Meta, how did the first crock pot meal come out? Chicken and vegetables. It was good. It was good. I under-seasoned it, though, so it was a little bland. And then yesterday I had chicken tacos, and that was the best thing I've ever made, ever. Let's see, what kind of roast are you cooking today? I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a roast. It said roast on the package. I don't know. It's that. And then I put baby carrots in it. I should have grabbed potatoes, but I didn't think about it. So it's just beef and carrots. What's up, Mr. Lin? Happy freedom to you. Zero. Oh, I see what you're saying. On Rumble, it gives you problems on the iPad. Interesting. I've been hearing a lot of people are having issues with the chat on Rumble, but it's a lot of different things. Everybody's having a different issue with the chat over on Rumble. T-Man. Yeah, and the John Brown I know killed String Bean and his wife. Who is that? I'll have to look that up. Tin Man. I don't know anything about these people. I just know that those flyers are hate-filled for sure. Snooks has said roast on the package. Well, that's, I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know there was a different kind. I went up there, and normally I get burger that says sirloin on it, or I'll get steak that says sirloin on it. There was only one section that said roast, and I was like, that must be what I need. I'm a really simple person. I don't know what kind of roast it is. The good kind, I hope. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. Simply Witchy, probably chuck roast. It could be. I don't know. Even if I did know, I wouldn't know what it meant. Like when I get steak and it's like something round or what words, you know, any of those, I don't know. As long as it says sirloin, I know it's fine. No, it wasn't rump roast, Dutton. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I'd remember that. If it was a rump roast, I would know. 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it after the live. I try, Cass. Shake your rump, Metal Mouth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would remember if it was rump. Crit Kiss. I think it was round. Patriot Dad, be careful with salt. You can always add salt, but you can't take it away when cooking crock pot. Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to be, I don't want to say light-handed, but I try to go a little easy with the crock pot stuff because it's going to sit there and cook for a long time. So I figure the ingredients I add, right, the flavor is going to be more prominent. So I'm a little bit more light-handed cooking or seasoning with the crock pot than if I'm cooking in a pan or whatever. But we'll see. What's up, Janet? Happy freedom. Roast in a crock pot? Yep, that's what it is. Done just making a stew. No, I didn't put enough water in it for it to be stew. Janet, I do chuck roast, potatoes, carrots, mushrooms. a pack of Lipton onion soup mix, and some beef broth in a crock pot for 8 hours on low. That sounds fantastic. I don't have all those ingredients, but otherwise that's pretty much what I got going on. Simply Witchy, round is tough, so hopefully the crock pot can tenderize it enough. It'll be fine. I'm not scared of it being a little tough. It'll be fine. It was all they had. It was that or no roast. Those are my options. Kung Fu shake your ribeye. I mean, I guess. Is it winking or blinking at me? What's up, Baron? Happy freedom. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom to you. Xterra, too many carrots can make the beef roast taste too sweet. Always coat in flour, brown in hot pan first before cooking. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. Well, we'll see how it turns out. What's up, Redwater? Happy freedom. My mom would cook a roast twice a month. That's badass. I wish. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom. Our school superintendent detained by ICE today. That's interesting, Larry. What's up, Wayne? Happy freedom. Turbo, make sure you give that roast a slap on the cheek before you put it in. Let them know who's boss. I sure as hell did, Turbo. And gave it a rub, too. Don't tell me how to handle my meat. Alright, hooligans. Moving forward here. Like I said, U.S. Justice Department sues 6 more states, including Minnesota, in its quest for voter data. So, like I said, Democrats are being non-compliant because they want to protect mine and your personal data. They're just doing us a favor. Look at that person on the screen. You can't tell me that's not a sane human being sitting there. She cares about us, all of us, and our personal information. I'm sure. I can just tell by looking at her. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
This afternoon, the Trump administration sued our Secretary of State, Steve Simon, for his refusal to hand over our state's voter registration rolls. While this lawsuit was expected, it is a huge escalation between the state and the federal government. The feds say they want that data to make sure we are complying with federal election law. But all states have control over elections and their voter lists. The lists contain almost all of your private information, like your social security number, your driver's license number, your address, and your full name. It is that data our Secretary of State says he won't let go of without good reason.
We've never seen an agency of the federal government ever demand something as broad and sweeping and with such a huge scope as this. This is everyone's driver's license information, everyone's social security information. We don't know why they specifically need that stuff. And we don't know who they're going to share it with or how it will be made secure, if it ever would be.
Secretary of State Simon says he asked the Department of Justice to talk with him about why they want it and what they would do with it. And he told me that the Department of Justice ignored that request to talk and instead filed this lawsuit. So I asked Steve Simon if he has heard of any reason why the DOJ wants our state's list. This is what he said.
We have real concerns that they have not been forthright with us. I'll give you an example. 2 weeks ago, there was reporting suggesting that the Department of Homeland Security was eager to get its hands on this data that the Department of Justice is asking many, many states around the country for, including Minnesota. That's not something that the Department of Justice ever disclosed to us, that they would give this information to that and maybe other agencies. So that heightened our real concern about what's going to be done with this very personal data.
So it's up to the courts now. And I should add, as he said, Minnesota isn't the only state being pressed for these voter rolls. 7 states are being sued by the Trump administration's Department of Justice for their voter rolls as well. Be right back.
Well, thank goodness we have these people here protecting our personal information from the federal government ever obtaining it. It's not like we pay fucking taxes and stuff, you know. I don't know what I would do if the federal government ever got my information. Like, what are they saying? Do people believe this shit? Like, I just don't get it. 7 states are being sued by the DOJ after these states refuse to provide requested voter rolls for federal elections. Lefties panicking about feds requesting voter roll data. trying to get the public to side with them by claiming the feds are trying to take our personal information, such as social security number, driver's license, address, full name, because the federal government doesn't already have that information. The Democrats are fighting against this to protect our personal information, not because they run crooked elections. I guess that's what it is. Either way, like I was saying, that is the last little bit of the news. We are going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Granny's a Hooligan. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Warning Against Using Your Toaster in the Bathtub. All of that's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these states here protecting our personal data from the DOJ obtaining it. Turbo, it's the Fed. They already have that for taxes. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, exactly, Turbo. That's what I understand. They're not protecting us from anything. They're just making stuff up. They're trying to get some sympathy out of the public. Zero, they're hiding the cheating. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Turbo, it looks like someone's show dog. I know. Look just like it. How you want your haircut? Like a poodle. What's up, neurodivergent? Happy freedom to you. Butterfly, you cracking me up. Tony Rez, Timu, Rachel, Mad Cow. That's right on the money there. Crit Kiss, lame. Pitifully ignorant or trying to keep the voter rolls hidden. We all know what's up. Yep, absolutely. Janet, did you just assume his gender? I'm really bad about that. You know, I do it a lot. Crit Kiss, the feds. Oh, like the feds, China and everyone else doesn't already have it. Yeah, exactly. Dunn, she looks like an elementary gym teacher. Yeah. She looks like her girlfriend's getting ready to pick her up from work. It's stupid. So stupid. Tony Rez, the pickle emoji's got balls. That's our WNBA emoji. That's what I actually labeled it as. Yep. Russell, what do I want to eat tonight? At first I thought I said who. My damn dyslexia. Meta. My favorite is a ribeye roast. Expensive though, but I don't mind leftovers. Yeah, I think I only paid $10 for this roast. I think altogether it was like $16 for baby carrots, roast, and a packet of roast seasoning. I think that's all I got. It was like $14. I was like, hell yeah, what a deal. Toaster in the tub, electric kink. Oh my. I mean, I don't know. You can only do it one time. Killer J, 3 more years of this. Yeah. Well, and then who knows what we'll have next. What's up, Jeremiah? Happy freedom. DOJ have it, man. Just let them have it. I don't think they're requesting the voter roll information because they want information out of us. I think it's that they want the information from the state, you know, but they want to make it about us. Of course they do. Top of mind. Top of ass. What's up, Johnny Riot? Happy freedom. What's up, Musky Boss? Happy freedom to you. Done. I think the modern breakers pop if you put an electronic in the bath. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to try it, but I think you're right, Dudden. I think you're right. Russell, I always shower with my toaster. So you guys are really cracking me up because back in 2020, we weren't allowed to talk about shapeshifters. We're still not really allowed to talk about shapeshifters, which is why we call them shapeshifters. But we used to call them toasters. And I think it was Salty Cracker's fault that I even started saying that because he was trying to say what they were without actually saying what they are because YouTube doesn't let us talk about these kind of people. And he was like, called him it was before Transformer was a popular thing, a popular choice as well. And he was like, I don't know, it's a fucking toaster or something. And I just happened to watch that little clip while he was live. I was like scrolling through, saw it, and I was like, yeah, they are some fucking toasters. And so for like 3 months, we were calling them toasters because I didn't know what else to call them. And now everybody's talking about bathing with toasters, and you guys all think it's one thing, but I think it sounds like another thing. Sounds like you guys are bathing with shapeshifters. But anyways, read through a little bit more, and we'll get into the fun stuff. Butterfly, it'll be good, Chef Jeff. I'm hoping so. I won't even be mad if it's not great, just because yesterday's food was so good that I probably could be knocked down a couple spots, So if today doesn't work out with the roast, it'll be okay. I won't be totally falling to pieces over it, but I have my hopes pretty high right now. Vinny C's playing everyone. Who is? Janet, voter roll to make elections great again. Yeah, absolutely. MU Milk Carton Bobby. Yeah, I'm going to have Alistair get him some pictures together and throw it on the milk carton there, because Bobby's been missing for a long time at this point. Too long. Larry at home eating a big cheeseburger. Glad to hear it, Larry. Glad to hear it. That's fantastic. I hope the cheeseburger's good. Turbo little pecan pie. Mm-hmm. Butterfly. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if YouTube will let me get away with it. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, we got the fun stuff coming up. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. I'm trying to figure out what Klaus is doing here. Like I said, we got our 2 funny videos of the day coming up. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. Now, yesterday I think we got a new pin, although that doesn't tell me where we were on the calendar here. Was it 17? It was 17, I bet. So I think we're on 18 now. I don't know how we're getting closer to the end, but somehow I'm still unable to find like what's next. Here we go. My eyes are not what they used to be. What is in here? What is this? Aw, dang. Beck Frank's about to be jealous. Look how sweet this keychain is. Look at that. It's badass. Some would say it's the best ever that's ever been. Ever has been. Nice little Skyrim keychain here. This is fucking sweet. Thank you so much, Beck Frank. Really appreciate it. So cool. Holy. I didn't know we were getting cool stuff like that. Alright, hooligans, let's get into our funny videos here. Oh, I remember now. I couldn't remember what this was for a second there. Hold on a second. I think I saw something. Where is this? Oh, it's on Twitch. Hold on one moment. Thank you so much, Stern, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Stern. All right, hooligans. Getting into our funny videos here. Like I said, our first one was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Granny's a Hooligan. She's not worried about a burn ban. That's alright. Granny's a hooligan there. Not worried at all. I mean, I could hear the conversation in my head, right? She's going outside. Husband's like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I gotta burn the cardboard. It's built up too much. He's like, don't you know there's a burn ban? She's like, God damn it, John. Fire department's across the street. What's gonna happen? The house is gonna burn down. They ain't gonna be able to make it here to save us. Just shut the hell up. I'm going outside, and then you hear the door slam. You know that's how it went. You know that's exactly how it went. That's all right. Getting into our official funny video of the day here. It's another funny one. This is provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled "Warning Against Using Your Toaster in the Bathtub."
My fellow Americans, in light of recent studies, I wanted to warn against the use of toasters in your bathtub or your shower. It's an incredibly dangerous thing to do. You can get electrocuted. They call it electrocuted. I call it zapped like you've never seen before. A shocking experience. You don't want to get zapped. That much I can tell you, especially if you're on the left. You people are fried enough as it is. We don't need it to get any worse, and electricity is no joke. I got along very well with, you may have heard of him, Benjamin Franklin. I called him Brilliant Ben, and he was flying a kite, and the lightning hit it, and he was getting electrocuted. He was getting zapped, and I grounded him. And if I wasn't there, it would have been a much different situation, but I grounded him, and we discovered electricity together. Brilliant Ben, tremendous guy. Got along very well with him. Along the same lines, we want to advise against licking your wall outlets, despite what Jiggly Belly Pritzker says. Your wall outlet is not a candy bar. Do not try to lick it. It doesn't taste very good, and you may pick up a shock, which we don't want you to do. We don't want you to get hurt. I know those on the left love and enjoy very much licking their windows. We ask that we don't apply the exact same thing to the wall outlets. It could get you very hurt. We want to keep America safe. We want to make America great. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Sounds like pretty good advice there. Good stuff. I wish I could imitate President Trump's voice. I don't know if I'd ever be able to stop, though. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick, drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support, and happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, our Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. And like I was saying earlier, today is Friday, so we are going to be doing the voice chat later on today over on the website. If you have a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com, because we do have free accounts. With a paid account, you could join us for the voice chat, which is a lot of fun. It goes on and on forever, sometimes till the sun comes up. But we're always researching things, watching funny videos, listening to music, just having ourselves a hooligan blast, laughing the entire time. So definitely go get yourself a paid membership so you can join us in the voice chat later today. Now, right after this live, I'm going to be going live again, but we're going to be gaming. It's going to be a Rumble Premium live. There's nothing I can do about it, but I got 3 more hours I have to knock out today. It is due today. And so when we go live later on and you see it's premium, don't feel bad. Don't get mad at me and don't feel like you're missing out. We're just playing the game, having fun, and burning this 3 hours that I have left out of the 5 total that are necessary to be completed today. Like I said, you're not missing out on anything, but if you do have Rumble Premium or you are an official hooligan on Rumble, you will be able to watch us play the game. I try to make it entertaining, but it's not the news. and you're not missing anything important. So, like I said, don't get mad at me and don't get all bent out of shape if you can't happen to make it. I totally understand. Eventually, we'll be gaming again over on Jeff Mac Gaming. You won't have to worry about missing the gaming live streams. But that's what's happening today. After the 3 hours of gaming, we are going to be live. Well, live, sort of. We're going to be in the voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com. So all of you hooligans over on the website, that's when I will show up for the voice chat, is as soon as I'm done with the 3 hours of gaming. That's going to take place right after we wrap this live up. That's the schedule today. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays, Coffee with Hooligans. Obviously, we're not going to be live on Twitch. We're not going to be live on YouTube because we don't have time for censorship on Saturdays. It is Free Speech Saturday, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow when we go live, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Of course, you can find the Linktree link in the video description. So tomorrow when we're not live on YouTube and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot, you can find the Linktree in the description and make your way to a better platform. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. Keep that in mind for tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday. Like I said, reading through, and we got the pledge, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Zero, I got zapped by, is that 1,000? Yeah, 1,000 VDC calibrator. What is this? Protect switch failed, burned a hole in my thumbnail. I told no one. Holy, Zero, that is kind of scary. Zero, so about 10-ish, because you got to eat. Probably, yeah, probably. I'm thinking so. You're about right, Zero. Turbo just ate hot wings. And I also just picked my nose. Never fails. Yeah, Turbo, there you go. There you go. Here, Russell, I once accidentally stuck a screwdriver in a wall outlet. When I was little, I stuck a key in a wall outlet. When I was like, I don't know, 6 or something like that. Man, I might have been younger than that. But I had got a hold of a key and jammed it right into a plug-in. And I don't know, they said that I got blown back and that my hand was all black from sticking it in the outlet. I don't really remember it, but my grandparents were scared. What's up, Rappy? Happy Freedom. Thank you for being with us, Rappy. Oh, we love you too, Cass. Hey, thanks for being here. Too old to care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I've never heard of that, Johnny Bride. Metamouth, he does a great Trump impression. I agree. Plastic Bride, don't lick the wall outlets. You know you're going to see these lefties out here dragging their tongue across it. Told to care, I hope the libs try to prove him wrong. That is funny. Back Frank, see you in the voice chat in a few hours. And that bastard gets some. He signed up for it. I don't know. He signed up for it. Wayward, I put my wiener in a light bulb socket. Happy freedom. Happy freedom, Wayward. Did it work? Did it do what you thought it was going to do? Meta, how's your bad leg doing? Point at it. Which one's the bad one? My leg is doing all right. It's doing okay. I think the medicine is working. My leg's not hurting as much. I haven't even looked at it today, honestly. That's how I know that it's doing better, that I'm not constantly watching it because it's aching and throbbing and hot and whatever. I'll check on it after the live, but it hasn't been hurting. I've been taking my medicine, so I think it's working. I'm hoping for the best. I'm not giving doctors any credit, though. Snooks, you finally got blown. I mean, I'm about ready to stick a key in a plug-in with the way things are going right now, you know? Russell, you about to order food? What are you going to order? Tell me you didn't get a notification for the gaming live earlier? Weird. I wonder why Rumble didn't send out the notifications. Oh, I appreciate you, MU. Thank you. Plus, Craig, rub some hot sauce on it. I know that's what everyone's been saying. Vinny C, the whole EU walked out on Netanyahu, war criminal. Yeah, I figured he was going to be speaking today. High toe, I plugged one of those PK computers into a outlet right after a bath when I was a kid, still damp, threw me back on my ass. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've gotten shocked like that. I've never been really hit though. I appreciate you, Rappy. Done. I stuck a paper clip in an outlet like a horseshoe. It went cherry red and left a good mark. Oh yeah, I bet. Arcing it. Cheeky chops, rub some Diable on it. I know that's probably how you win the race there, you know. A little Diable goes a long way. Well, hooligans, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. We're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let's see who's live. We are near the end of the week here. Saturday is technically the end. Well, I think we did Wilkie at the beginning. We could do... Let me see. What about B-Spark Gaming? What are they doing? What is this craziness? Everything you need to know about Crimson Desert. Somebody's screaming out bloody murder. See, I don't know what that is. Bloody murder. Let's see. Nelly Bean is live. They just started and they just got raided. They need a double raid. That's what they need. I can tell from here. Get all my buttons right. All right, let's do a thing. We're gonna raid Nelly Bean. All right, hooligans, hit the like button as soon as you land.
It was like a virus thingy. I don't remember what it was called. Yeah. I actually have to take my computer apart to fix it. Yeah. Hi, Jeff. Oh, you rated the stream too? Thank you. Hi. Yes, it is. Jeff Mac. Thank you guys for the raid. Ah! Hi, Dutton. Cheeky Chops. Plastic. Tool. How are you guys? Thank you for the raid. 7 kills, 24 deaths. I'm on a roll. Oh my gosh, Wilkie. I was like raging on the other day when I was streaming because I died like 20 times and I killed only 3. It was so flipping bad. I was so pissed. I was swearing up a storm. It was horrible. Hi, Zero. Hi, Watchman. It was the worst of the worst of the worst.
All right, fantastic job, you hooligans. I think she's actually playing with Wilkie, which is funny. Like I said, I believe we rated Wilkie earlier this week. And tomorrow, Darth Jason will be live doing sci-fi stuff, so maybe we'll give Darth Jason a raid tomorrow. I don't know, I always look forward to the raids. Either way, you guys did fantastic. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. Like I said, busy day today. Right after this live, we are going to be gaming again for the premium live, getting those 5 hours completed over on Rumble. And then we got the voice chat going on over on jeffmaclive.com. If you got a paid membership, that'll be right after the gaming live. I got a cat hair up my nose or something. And tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday. So no Twitch, no YouTube tomorrow, only the free speech platforms. keep that in mind. Like I said, we're going to read through. We're wrapping her up. Russell could grab some beer. I might grab a beer too. I'm ready for it. Oh, I got blueberry wine. Remind me, Russell. Remind me. I have a story that you didn't talk about because I forgot to remind you. So I'll remind you this Friday. You got to remind me that I got blueberry wine in the fridge because I'm going to need that. Crick his BB coming to DC. Hope Trump gives him a ham sandwich and sends him away with his shoes up his ass. I don't know. I don't know if all that's going to happen. Maybe. You never know. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. Stoner and Juvie. What the fuck? Hold on a second. In Juvie, they used stick paper clips in the outlet to light smuggled in cigarettes. Yeah, Stoner, that's what they do in jail, too. Paper clips in the light switch. I don't know who's ringing my buzzer. Zero, stop sniffing Klaus. That's got to be what happened there. Meta, you have inspired me getting the crock pot out. If you could do it, maybe I can too. You absolutely can, Meta. It's very easy. The hardest thing is having the patience. Hey, I appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. All right, hooligans, we are going to wrap this up before they ring my buzzer again. Like I said, busy day today. We're going to be gaming premium live 3 hours right after this. Voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com right after gaming. And tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday. No Twitch, no YouTube. You can find the link tree in the video description. If you forget to make your way to a better platform, we will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X for tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Go out there, enjoy your day, find yourself some good food, and I'm going to try and do the same. But please be safe out there. These lefties, they're losing their marbles on a daily basis. You don't want to get victimized by these fucking crazy people, right? So be safe, keep your head on a swivel, and all of that good stuff, and make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.